Hi guys, Paul Pluta back in the saddle doing paid reviews. This is paid review 9N33. Quick wristwatch check. I'm wearing a Patek Philippe 5127 white gold. This is a Calatrava, and I'm wearing Paul Smith cufflinks with it. Okay, this request is from Dita. Dear Pontiff, I need your advice. $65 is on its way to your PayPal. For quite some years now, I am slowly building towards my dream collection, and so I have been putting aside some money to buy my next piece, the Rolex Submariner Hulk. I like Rolex and I like dive watches, and I'm sure the Hulk will be very collectible in the future. So my goal was to buy the Hulk on the grey market, including premium, for my birthday in December. But as the day is approaching, I'm starting to have doubts. Not about the Hulk, it's an incredible watch and would be a good investment even considering current retail prices, but I don't necessarily care so much about retail. I already have some watches I could turn into cash quite rapidly if necessary. And I don't buy watches to gain money. Watches are my passion and hobby, and I like to spend a part of my earnings on my watch collection. I love having a lot of watches too, some of them as show-off pieces, but some under the radar pieces. So I don't doubt the Hulk as being a fantastic watch or a good investment. But the question is, if I would find enough enjoyment for the amount of money spent. Consider the fact that I already own a Submariner. For the money that Hulks are going for right now, I'd be able to buy on the grey market 3 divers I really like instead. Number 1, the Omega Seamaster 300. I love Omega and I love this beautiful watch. Number 2, a Breitling Super Ocean. To my opinion, this watch was the star of the Basel 2019, and to find this watch way more beautiful than the Super Ocean Heritage you were always talking about. And number 3, Ulysses Narden Diver Lacul, a 10,000 euro shitter watch that you can buy on the grey market for less than half of this price. But my God, it is beautiful in real life. Could you give me some advice? My current collection consists of, let's have a look. Breguet 5157 in yellow gold, Rolex Submariner Bluesy, flat dial version, Rolex Explorer 2 Polar 42mm, Rolex Oyster Perpetual with rhodium dial, Omega Speedmaster Professional Moonwatch, Omega Speedmaster TV dial, Omega Seamaster Cosmic 2000, a Breitling Navitimer 806, a Zenith El Primero 38mm, and a Cartier Tank Solo. Greetings, Dita. Okie dokie. Thank you. Very interesting email here, Dita. You do, I must admit, Dita, you fucking don't get to the point. You waffle around. Waffle. So basically, to summarize this fucking question, what you're saying is, should you, instead of getting a Rolex Submariner Hulk, would you be better off with 3 discount divers? And I gotta be quite frank and honest with you, I have been down this route. I don't know if you guys remember, I had 3 discount divers. I had a PAM 24, that was the submersible. I had a Breitling Super Ocean Heritage 42mm, and I had a Tudor Black Bay, the Burgundy Black Bay. 3 discount divers, which I sold. I turned those into a 2-tone bluesy Submariner. And interesting equation. So the question is, what do I think? Now the problem is here, you can go through any of these watches. You could probably buy 100 really cheap shitters. I mean, it's what do you really want to do? Personally, I think looking at your collection there, you seem to be very Omega-centric, quite a lot of Omegas. I don't know if I'd be buying more Omegas. Omega seems a bit on the toxic side. The Breitling Super Ocean. I think Breitling, I gotta be honest with you, most watch dealers fucking hate the brand. The brand is toxic. It's very, very toxic. But if you can buy it cheap enough, yes. Ulysses Nardin is a brand I could never really love. I've only owned one Ulysses Nardin, which I lost money on. I don't think I would go there. I think realistically, there is still a lot of scope. I mean, look, to be honest with you, those are they're 3 soft watches for one of the hottest sports watches of all time. If you don't want a Hulk, don't buy the Hulk. If you don't want a Hulk, don't buy the Hulk. The problem is here is that you're going to get into 3 really soft, toxic pieces. And I think you don't have to buy anything. I mean, if you don't have the money, it sounds to me like you're trying to justify. I personally, I don't know why you don't just go for a no-date sub. That would be what I would go. The black dial, that's a lot cheaper, and that'd be a cooler way to go. I personally think with your collection, if you've got a two-tone bluesy, a steel Submariner no-date would be perfect because they are very different watches. I've owned solid gold, two-tone, and steel Rolex divers, and I got to tell you, they are the icon. They are the one that everyone wants to get involved with. So I got to be honest with you, with your equation, no, don't do that. That's fucking stupid. Fucking stupid. The Omega Seamaster 300, yeah. If you were going to go 3, what I would do, I'll tell you what I would do. I would go Tudor Black Bay or a Tudor 58. That's the Black Bay 58. I think those would be a really nice. You're not going to do too badly financially on that. Some sort of Breitling. Yeah, but you remember they're hard to sell unless they're cheap. And instead of Ulysses Nardin, I honestly I loathe the brand. I really fucking hate the brand. That's been toxic for a long time. Long time. I'd rather get a Pam. Pam, you want a traditional diver like a 111 or a base 0. You know, that's what I'd go. I'd be going for a Pam is dirt cheap, not wanted. But seriously, man, I got to be honest with you. I mean, you could get 20 shitters, even cheaper than us. It's not about numbers. It's. I mean, are you just trying to buy them to have all these fancy-wancy things? Or Rolex is Rolex, man. You don't have terribly many. When you got a few. We got 4 Rolexes. Okay. Personally, the Cartier Tank Solo, that's a fucking waste of space. That is a horrible fashion watch if ever I've seen one. Cartier, really fucking toxic. Man, I think you got to man up and give me the truth and tell me you can't really afford a Hulk. You don't want to pay the money. I mean, you're going to be cheap. I mean, it's like going into a Mercedes dealer and saying, look, I've got the money for a Camry. Why is your car? But they'll say, go and buy the fucking Camry. We don't give a shit. Buy whatever you want. And that's the thing, man. You're missing the point. A Rolex is iconic. It's beautiful. If you can't afford the Hulk, I personally wouldn't pay the premium for the Hulk. Okay, personally, no. But I think a no-date sub. I think the truth is here. Haven't got the balls to tell me you don't quite have the money. This is not someone who has the money, so to speak. This is someone who wants to do it on the cheap, but wants to feel like they're a big swinging dick because they're just. Don't fucking kid yourself, Dirter. Don't fucking kid yourself. You can't afford it. Now that's okay. I can't afford a lot of things. There's a lot of things in life I cannot afford, but you got to man up and admit this shit. You can't beat around the bush by pretending that you're some sort of fashionista because you want value. Man, honestly, if it was me, I'd get a no-date ceramic sub. No-date steel. That's a classic, iconic. It's beautiful. The black just pops. That garbage you're looking at, no. Fucking garbage. There's a good reason that stuff isn't valuable, and that's because it's fucking garbage. It's garbage, man. It's garbage. I mean, the Omega's not garbage. The Breitling's not garbage. But, man, the Ulysses Nardin's fuck me dead, man. Fuck me dead, man. You cannot push that sort of garbage onto me. I honestly don't understand why. The Pontiff has spoken. Whether you listen to me or you don't listen to me, it's up to you. No, I wouldn't do it. That's loser talk. That's the sort of thing someone says who can't really afford the Hulk. If you can't afford the Hulk, I understand. I mean, the Hulk is a lot of money. Fair enough, fair enough. But don't try and pussyfoot around saying, I might just get 3 alternatives and I'll be cooler and... fuck off. I ain't buying that shit. I smell bullshit. I can smell it a mile away. My advice to you would be to get a ceramic no date sub. Okay, you don't want to do that. You want to do that, you want to get three steals, discount divers. Well, I would go Breitling. Yes, get a Breitling. I personally would go Super Ocean Heritage, but you want this other fucking... Okay, that's fine. You get what you want. I would go Tudor Black Bay or Tudor Black Bay 58. And as a third one, I'd probably go Pam. Pam's never been so cheap. Pam's never been so affordable. That is the way I would go. So guys, that is what I do. I'm Paul Pluta, the Pontiff. Tell me what you fucker-roonies think of that. David SW. Who does ArchieLuxury recommend is the greatest grey market dealer in America? There's only one choice, David SW. That's right, guys. I've got to tell you the honest truth. I have, for a long time, been looking for the perfect answer. Who do I recommend people go to see? Who do I recommend that people can go and buy watches? And I've got to be honest with you. The greatest pre-owned dealer for Rolex, Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet is David SW. DavidSW.com. That's right, guys. I have been looking for a contact who I can very nicely refer people to. I am not in the selling business. Customer service, I'm too old to sell watches. I'm too old. I like to recommend my viewers to a reliable source. In Australia, I've got some great sources. There's Sydney Watch Exchange with Cove, Ronnie at Vintage Watch Co, Shani at European Watch Gallery. And in America, who is the best source for pre-owned Rolex? For all the hot models? There's only one person I would recommend, David SW. David SW. That is the premier source for pre-owned Rolex. I gotta be completely frank and honest with you. Guys, if you are looking for a hot Rolex model, there is only one place you can go to. David SW. Let's be honest, guys. There's no point schmoozing the dealers, the ADs. They're just a waste of time. Unless you're going to buy 20 pieces, you are wasting your time. What you're better off to do is pay the market premium and go to a good pre-owned dealer. Who do I recommend? David SW. That's correct, guys. I want to tell you this now. I 100% stand behind David SW. David SW, the greatest pre-owned dealer in the entire United States of America. That's right, the greatest pre-owned dealer for Rolex, for Patek Philippe, for Audemars Piguet, David SW. He even does things like FP Journe. David SW. That's right. If you want to buy a pre-owned Rolex, a Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet, there's only one good source I would recommend. David SW. I'm Paul Pluta, the method actor who plays Archibald Chesterfield III, and I'm proud to recommend David SW. See you later. Thank you for watching this channel.